All right, we're here at the EDR. We just finished up in Chatel for the final round. We're going to go walk around and chat to some of the riders and see how the race went.
Funny vision, good to have you back, mate.
It's good to be here. Yeah. How was it, mate? You just finished up. What'd you get? 6th?
I don't know.
I think it's 6 or I'm pretty sure it's 6th.
Yeah, right.
You sound stoked with that.
Yeah, we're not the best. I thought I could have. Man, after Ludenville, I thought I could maybe win this one, but yeah.
I was going to say, we had you for the pick for the wet routes and slippery stuff, but you say...
I sucked on all that stuff this morning. Just, yeah, I don't know, super flat today. Felt a bit cooked, maybe did too much the last couple of weeks, and yeah, did not ride that stuff good.
Because you pulled it back at the end, you won a stage at the end and pulled it back then.
Yeah, I feel like on that bike park stuff, I was just flowing heaps good and using no energy. I was still puffing, but yeah, I was carrying speed way better rather than stalling, pedaling, stalling. Yeah. Is
it hard to get back into it once you've had a few bad stages at the start to get your head in and be all right, now we've got to pull some time back?
Sometimes it's easier because you're angry.
Were you angry?
I was pretty angry. Well, I was just off it because I came off nearly winning in Ludenville and then was riding like a goober.
True. Because the first
2 weeks later, so.
Because the first stages were quite technical and hard, but
they were real techy, and they were also so much more blown out than I expected. I feel like I rode them real good in practice, and I was amped for racing, and then came through in racing, and the holes were massive, and I didn't adapt to that very well. Which normally I do, so I don't know.
So where's that put you in the overall? You top 10 or?
I don't know, dude. I missed the racing shit. It's overall's fuck. Job's fuck. Next year.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. True. So what's the plan now? You go to the US, do the American Open, and then come and watch us throw ourselves down in snowshoe.
Yeah. US Open, hang out with the Fox crew, and then a bit of Moi Moi TV at the last couple races. If you're chasing some trackside carnage, tune in, people. It's gonna be good.
I was gonna say, you got the best trackside content in the whole World Cup circuit now.
Well, Ed Bull Media, dude. I don't know if it's better than Ed Bull Media. That guy's fucking hilarious. But it should be fun because kind of on holiday mode. It'll be cool to be at the races on holiday mode. Just cruise and have fun. Whereas even at Leger, when I was coming up and filming and watching, I was still training early in the morning or training after, eating right, trying to get to bed on time. Whereas now, just going to be just schmoozing, mate.
Chilling.
Just max laxing.
And then you're coming to Burleigh for the real chilling.
Yeah, coming up to Donny's place for that'll be good. Surf trip. See the sights at Burleigh. Yeah. Should be good.
Sick.
Keen?
Yeah, I'm really keen.
Yeah,
mate. Well, thanks for that. Cheers.
No workers, mate.
I crashed on 4. Alright, let's start rolling.
Shazmaz, you've got some dirt on you. You're looking good today. You were going for the top 3 in the overall. Well, top 2 really. What happened?
Just got a bit too excited. I had a perfect morning, not perfect, but bloody good. No lie downs, and was just feeling mint on the bike, riding like we talked about. Not thinking, just doing it. And then stage 4, just went in all guns blazing. Got to the last bike park corners before the lift at Super Morzine, and just fully washed the front, straight into the ground. Had to get up, run, and then I was 6 seconds back on that stage, and I was like, man,
you're still there.
With a crash, 6 seconds back is sick. Because it probably would have taken about that long.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is sick.
You're still in it.
I'm in the running, and then just ripped into 5 and 6, and I was having shifting issues. I couldn't. It kept shifting up by itself.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating.
Sure. And you finished 6th. Are you happy with that, or you just know there was more there?
I think I was 7th. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm stoked. Always stoked on top 10. But I'm frustrated too.
You knew there was more there.
Yeah, I was riding like I could be in the fight for the win almost, And then to finish in 7th is still sick, but it's just a little bit frustrating, what could have been. But that's racing.
What does that do for you in the overall?
Hopefully I can hang on to my 5th. I think me and Booker are really close, and he was 1 place ahead of me today.
Yeah.
And he was 100 points behind me. I think it's going to be close.
It's going to be quite close. I was going to say, is this the first time they've raced Chatel for an Enduro? How was it?
It was epic. It was probably one of the best races we've had. Yeah. Especially the first 3 this morning, you would have seen them. Just lomas, that's what Enduro should be. Yeah, more of that.
Because there's a day when, because they were like the first three kind of separated like proper tracks, and it went more bike parking, a bit less natural towards the end. Because even talking to Jack, he said like he struggled at the start where everyone thought that was going to be like his point. He said it was way more blown out than he thought though.
Yeah, it's pretty destroyed. I really enjoyed that stuff this morning. Just once you can gauge like where the grip is, you just got to go for it and get it a bit loose. Like you got to just hang it out, like drift around the place.
Just go for it.
And then I usually don't like bike park, but I was going mint on that Super Morzine stuff, and then just had that shifting issue. So, and then I absolutely cooked the last one. Just was being a muppet, like front wheel into the up slopes, everything. It was just messy.
Just get me to the end.
Yeah.
True. What's the plan now? What are you doing now? Off season, just chilling?
Yeah, man. I've got so many other hobbies and passions that I've been neglecting.
We're going skiing.
And I love mountain bikes, but I'm the sort of guy who has other hobbies that I like just as much.
Yeah.
We're going skiing, we're going to go hunting, a little bit of surfing. Yeah, that's the main thing.
How long until you touch a bike again?
Oh, to be honest, man, I could probably get to January 1st. Moya says January 1st is like when the real mahi starts. But I'll take a week or a few weeks or a month off and then get in the gym and start doing some social riding. Yeah.
Do you live your life, do the mahi, get the treat?
Yeah, 100%. I've been like, it's hard. You train so hard. Like this is, like I said when we talked the other day, like this has been the best block of training I've ever had the last 2 months. And then to come away with 2 top 10s is mint, but I'm like, I could put in all that work and have like a 7th or maybe a couple of 7ths or what, I can't remember what I was last week. It's sick, but we want more.
Yeah, there's more there.
And there's more there, which is actually, that's the positive, eh? Like, it's exciting because I know I'm riding at that level.
So you're fired up for next season then?
I'm so fired up, man. I'm gonna do some downhill this off season actually, because I did that this year and Eddie was like hyping me up, like, come on Chaz, get into it.
Yeah.
And I had so much fun and learned heaps, so I'm like, fuck, we'll do that again.
Sick.
Yeah.
No, sick. Well, good job, mate.
Always a pleasure.
Sick. Cheers, bro. How was your day?
Pretty average. I had a big OTB on stage 1 and the crash calmed me down for the rest of the day, I guess.
I was gonna say, is it hard to like pull your like self mentally back after you have a crash so early on to like get back into it?
Yeah, I had a sore neck, so I didn't really know what was going on. But I knew there was nothing to play for the overall, and I just nursed it home.
Yeah.
Healthy for the off season. Put the bike on the side and see if the motivation comes back next year.
True. Was it a bit hard to like get motivated after you crash and you're like, off season's here, don't want to hurt myself, just want to enjoy it?
Yeah, I was nowhere in the overall, so I was like, at some point you need to nurse it home, and when there is nothing else to be done, just trying to have a bit of fun on the bike. Yeah.
Was it a good day though? Everyone said the tracks were epic today, especially the first ones.
Yeah, there was a good variety of track, which made the day very difficult setting-wise on the bikes. But an enduro day is always a good day. Long tracks, short tracks, different variety of tracks. So I guess it's all good. Yeah.
Sick. And when are you coming back to race some downhill? Everyone's wondering.
I will for sure. Yeah, I can't wait for it. But first, I need to get the pace back and get a lot of work on the bikes to do so.
True. So you think you come to the odd ones maybe? Come and like see how you go?
Yeah, I will at some point. I miss the vibe of downhill, the excitement as well. Enduro, there is nothing like it. It's a bit quieter, not much spectators at the moment, so it's motivation is pretty low at the moment, I have to say.
Really? How do you reckon you get that back though? Like, how do you get that motivation back to just be pushing and want it again? That's what you got to figure out in the off season.
It's up to I guess feeling good on the bike is key for me. I haven't been feeling fantastic lately, so important it is, and I hope to come back stronger next season with big motivation. That's the goal.
I was gonna say, and you're a dad now, so
2 times.
2 times now.
Yeah.
Does it make it all better when you can go home and you've got your kids and you can just say life is all good still? It doesn't have to matter about it.
Totally. I think you see things into different perspective when you become a dad, and I'm loving it. They're all good. they're loving life, and I'm loving life too with them. That's what all matters.
Nah, sick. Well, have a good off season and have a good time with the kids.
We'll miss you.
I appreciate it. I'll float around. You might see.
Thanks for a good time.
Nah, I appreciate it.
It's been good.
I might pop back up. You might see me here and
Oh
there.
yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Sick, bro. Appreciate it.
Dinas.
Sasha Kim, you just come off third here. How was your day?
Oh, it was awesome. I had one crash, but it was just so sick riding these awesome tracks. And I mean, you can't complain. The tracks we're riding and the people you're with over here, it's unreal.
It's good because you've been laying it down now in downhill and enduro. What's your main focus? Do you want to try and like focus more on downhill enduro, or just like doing both and mixing it up?
It's fun being doing both. I think, yeah, that's been really fun. But I reckon I might try enduro, focus more on enduro next year because I've still got another year in under 21. But both, it's fun. It's fun to mix it up.
So you just finished third in the overall. Was that like, did you have a goal coming into this year, or just kind of just going expecting whatever and see where it kind of turned out?
Yeah, just fully unexpected. First year racing in EWS Enduro World Cup. So yeah, completely unexpected. I thought I might do okay at Dina, but not for the rest of the series. So I'm stoked.
Sick. And you've been laying it down like the downhill World Cups as well. You've been qualifying like just outside the top 30, the last at Enduro and then Val di Sole as well.
Two top 40s, at least in the final. So pretty happy with that. It's going so far. So I was stoked to kind of like be somewhere in between some of the fast riders. Is insane.
Sick. And where do you reckon the speeds come from? You've been training in Tassie down at Medina. Do you think that's been a big help, just to kind of like find that extra bit of speed?
Yeah, just I know lots of fast boys and staying in Medina and stuff and just riding, having fun and trying to push each other and it's pretty cool. Lots of them come over this year and we're all kind of riding together, racing together. It's cool. It's fun to like race with the world's best and stuff and just have a crack.
Sick. And you're putting Tassie on the map now, hey?
Oh, it looks like it. It's getting bigger down there. It's sick to see. It's awesome. Yeah, now to come from like an area that's kind of starting to boom in mountain biking and stuff. It's cool.
And what's the plan now? Are you doing the last couple World Cups, or are you heading home after this one?
Heading home after this one. It's been a long summer, but stoked to head home, get some rest. But yeah, next year can't come soon enough.
I appreciate it. Cheers, Sasha.
Alright, cheers.
How you going?
Yeah, going good.
So we've just had the stitch up of all stitch ups. Is this the time that's the exact same time?
Yeah. So after 24 minutes of racing, came down to we're both on to the thousandths of a second tied, which means it goes to the last stage result. And Swallow-Miss hit me on the last stage, which means that he goes fourth, I go fifth today. And then in the overall, I'm seventh in the overall, and 2 points ahead is Ewan Denude. So I would have bumped up in the overall if I went 1,000th of a second faster today.
Oh man,
That stings.
surely you can go down to like the thousandth of a thousandth or like.
Oh, surely. But nah, I couldn't have gone any faster. So
That was like your best. You had a good day today.
had an awesome day. The tracks were so sick, and you're like on the limit. Like there's no point where you're always going to go as fast as you can, and that's as fast as I could go. So
But what is that like got to be the first time an enduro, like a 24-minute enduro, has come down to that?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't heard of a tie before. So yeah,
I've heard it in downhill before, but that's like one run. Like it's still rare, but to happen on 24 minutes.
yeah. Oh, it's so much racing, and how much happens in that 24 minutes, and you just like going back through your head. You're like, if only I didn't do this, if only I didn't do that, but. Stayed on your bike all day, so you got to be happy.
Just like one more pedal stroke here. Dude, that's crazy. So you're fifth today.
Fifth today, yeah. So stoked on that.
And what's that, seventh overall as well?
Yep, seventh in the overall. So
And you're pumped with that? That's like you're
stoked. Yeah, so stoked.
coming in. What was like your goal coming into 2023?
I would have been happy, like real happy with a top 15. So yeah, went above and beyond. So I'm happy as.
You're in there. And what's the plan now? You got off season, chilling, going back to Tassie. Like what's your goal now?
Yeah, I got a flight back to New Zealand tomorrow. So just got a room in Queenstown for the next couple of months and probably go surf for a bit.
Just chilling.
And then have a bit of time off the bike and then get stuck back in.
True. And so you're going to, because you spent a heap of time in New Zealand as well, and then you bounce between there and Medina. That's like your two main spots. How is that like with training and just like obviously enduro, like, because obviously they're two like the best spots to train and ride.
Yeah.
How does that go like pre-season coming in?
It's good. Like, I think with enduro, because in the past I've sort of just hung out in Tassie, and then if you just ride the same tracks, you just know everything. So it's nice going back to New Zealand, and then I have to learn new tracks again, and then go back to Tassie. Everything's changed, so you're constantly like learning, which I think helps. It can only help you in enduro.
And what do you reckon, like, going to next year? What are like the things you need to work on to like elevate yourself that little bit more?
Can always be fitter. So yeah, go grind in the gym and do intervals and stuff. But I think I've found some consistency this year, so that's a good thing to take away from it. And then just get stuck in.
And what does your training look like? Are you just trying to get on the bike as much as possible, or like road riding or gym, or like what do you focus on the most?
Yeah, so it's like 5 days on the bike, 2 days in the gym. So yeah, it's plenty of bike time.
And you're not going to change those flat pedals anytime soon, are you?
No way.
Do you ever feel like in any way that like on a really flat pedally stage you go, oh, maybe that could be better, or you don't think about it?
Sometimes, but then like when flats are on, they're on. Like nothing's better.
I was going to say those first stages, people say they're pretty sketchy. Flats would have probably been the go.
You can just commit to stuff, so that's good. I was thinking about it when I was riding my heel on my axle for like most of stage 2, and I was like trying to move it back onto my pedal off like the smallest little hops, but yeah, that's it.
Do you feel like in a way also you're channeling Sam Hill's inner spirit animal?
Yeah, I don't think Nigel would keep me on the team if I went to Clips, to be honest, so the flats are staying on.
Nah, so cheers, Booker.
Cheers, mate.
Party boy. You're looking good. How was your day today?
It was a tough day, but pretty nice. The track was sick, and nothing, no complaint. Just a good day, fun, no crash, just slow.
I was talking to Jack, he said the first stages were like, he thought he was going to do really well, but then he felt it was hard to race and it was quite blown out. Did you feel the same?
Yeah, I feel the same. I was feeling good, but not enough to be in the front of the race, so I don't know. The guys was flying, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's okay. We don't care. It was the last one, so
okay.
I'm pretty happy. The season is finished. It's over. So it was a short one, but we don't know about next year. Nothing. So yeah, it's good.
Is this like all in all a good season, start to finish?
Yeah, it's okay.
Happy enough. Do you know where you ended up in the overall now? I'm not sure.
I think I'm 12 or 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So it's not bad, but it's not good. I know I can be better, but I mean, it's okay. Sometimes, it was a tough season. The conclusion between the race in the last before Ludenviel. So I'm feeling good, but not enough to be in the top. I would like to be in top 10 in overall, but 11, 12, it's okay. It's not bad. Yeah, we train harder next year to be comfortable, to be better, to be good on the party as well. You know, it's good. It's
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Pretty stoked.
Do you find, like you said, you had a concussion? Do you find it's hard to push when your brain's not like quite there and you don't feel focused?
Yeah, now you need to be 100% like strong physically, everything. You need to be strong, perfect. If you have a bad day, or if you feel sick, or you're far away on the overall. So yeah, you need to be 100% on your capacity. So yeah.
Do you find it hard to, like, if you start off not quite as fast as you think, to like try and pull that back, or do you almost find like it's easy because you know you just have to give everything and not maintain? You've just got to go.
Yeah, now you need to give everything every time, every stages.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you did a mistake, you're like 20, 30. Yeah. So yeah, it's hard, but. Now the track is pretty short, so maybe it's more tight. The timing was more tight than expected, than before. So yeah, the short days, short tracks. So if you did a mistake, you're like a little bit far. But if you're riding clean, smooth, sometimes you're good, sometimes not.
Would you rather race longer tracks, like 10-minute tracks, or shorter 4 or 5 minute tracks?
Maybe more technical, like the first one, like 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3 was super nice, and then it was more bike pack. So I'm prefer like the natural and fresh, like pretty techy, like enduro, not like a bike pack. It's like quite downhill, so you need to be so fast. Like you need to prepare like a downhill rider. So no, it's not enduro. The first one was enduro, and then. Now you need to be
good everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Physically, in bike park, in techie. So yeah.
True. What's your goal going to next season? What do you want to focus on?
On my body, you mean?
Oh, both. Mentally, physically.
Maybe I'm gonna try more physically, more muscle, more stronger, more power, powerful. maybe I'm like too like endurant. Like maybe mentally I need to trust on myself because I think I'm not good rider, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm gonna try the mentally or something like coach mental, or I don't know, something like this.
Would you ride like downhill just to kind of, with that all-out speed, like ride downhill just to get like feel the speed of going faster?
Maybe I'm gonna try some downhill race. Like we have time maybe to prepare. Like maybe I'm gonna ride more my downhill bikes than before, so to have the more high speed. So yeah, try to some different kind of style of training.
Mix
maybe.
it up.
Yeah.
Sick. No, awesome. Cheers, Tim.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy boy.
I don't know.
Need your film crew to be
this is quite. This is quite. This is how you interview.
You interview the girls.
How was your day, mate?
Yeah, it was a brutal day. It was not the fairy tale ending and the Cinderella story I was hoping for. Rode well on stage 1, then I yeeted it, went for the hero line, which did not pay off. Yeeted it into a tree doing 1,000 and my leg just stopped working. So it was quite weird.
And that was stage 1.
That was stage 2. Yeah, out of 10. Yeah. So I hit it and like my other foot was clipped in and I'm like, I can't feel my leg moving. What's going on here? And it just didn't work the rest of the day. Like my muscle just shut down. I hit it too hard. And now it's swollen, but there's no bruising, so it kind of scares me a little bit.
Sure. It's like, how's the feeling in it now?
It feels miserable, but I'm dosed up on painkillers, so we're good to go.
You're ready for it?
Yeah.
Because this is your last race. Last race with Giant.
Last race with Giant. It's very likely to be my last professional race as a professional racer, with everything that's developing for next year. But we might be racing next year. We might be talking a lot more on the telly. We just got to wait and see. It's all up in the air. But yeah, the one thing is for sure, it's my last race with Giant, and that chapter in that era for a long time is kind of coming to an end.
How many years? 15 years?
It was about 15 or 16 years on the brand since I've been riding from my very first and only bike I've ever bought in 2007. And then 2012 I went with the team, and it's been 12 years on the team racing Enduro and the International World Series and all that until now. So it's a huge chapter and it's pretty cool. It means a lot, and yeah, unfortunately it's come to an end, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is, and we'll carry on to bigger and better things.
Have you got a highlight in all those years? Have you got one highlight that stands out that you're just like, oh, that was a good day or a good year or a good moment?
I mean, the highlight's probably the low light. It was probably 2015 in Whistler, almost winning my first EWS back in 2015. I had one of the biggest leads EWS has ever seen, and I think I was leading by a minute maybe or 45 seconds, and into the final stage, and I flatted, and that hurt a lot. And the next year I came back to finish third, and my family was there, and a television company in Canada did a mini documentary on it on national Canadian television, and that was cool. So that was kind of like a mixed bag of emotions.
High and lows, yeah.
High and lows, and yeah, I mean, there's plenty of cool bits, and yeah, it's sad. I thought I might have been there forever, but you know, these things don't happen, and we'll carry on to other things and maybe just be on the telly more.
Well, I was going to say, how's the change been? Because obviously you've been commentating now and being like at the World Cups and everything. How's that been to balance that and continue racing? Has that been hard to like shift focus on like both, or has it been kind of good because you've kind of got like almost a backup in a way?
It's definitely a backup, but it's definitely difficult to shift focus between the two. I mean, the television stuff and my role in particular, I guess I'm maybe a little bit more invested in the racing than some of the presenters, because I'm on the ground and talking to you guys and wanting to know what's going on and constantly thinking about questions, or like, oh, you missed that jump. Like, why did you miss that jump in your quali run? It cost you a second and a half. Like all that kind of stuff. So that takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. And it's hard to translate that back into racing. You need a couple of days. And with the schedules there, you can't just go and knock out your standard 3-4 hour training days, because you've got to think, and if you're a little bit cooked from training, you can't do that job. So it's a constant compromise.
The mental capacity, has got to be so much, like it's so broad.
It's the mental capacity, exactly right. Yeah, that's the most difficult thing to manage. Physical, it's fine, but the mental side is very difficult to manage, to go back and forth. And I've managed an okay balance this year. We've still been fighting for some top 10s and almost got a podium in Canazay, and it was sweet with some technical difficulties. But yeah, so that gives me a little bit of hope that I can still do this next year, and a bit of a focused scenario with another team, and maybe one of these unicorn scenarios I'm working on might play out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the telly's it's a pretty big opportunity. It's pretty cool, and I feel like I can add something to that space, which would be cool for the sport.
No, I agree, and like we were saying, like a lot of the riders see that, and they see the excitement and the knowledge and everything. So for me, and I know a lot of other riders, like we do appreciate what you're doing and what you're putting into it. So we see it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody's support who says that, and I definitely hear it from the industry and the riders, and I'd like to be that person to offer that to the riders, you know, like have their voice heard and ask what they want to see. Like, I'm just making it up, man.
Yeah.
Not making it up, but you know. So being that guy who can maybe share a story from the downhill that people want to see or be told, and the cross country, and it's an interesting space, and it's a brand new audience, and you're talking about millions and millions more people than have ever seen mountain biking before. So it's a really cool space, and yeah, hopefully we can grow into that and be that mountain bikers, I don't know, liaison or face, or I don't know.
It's kind of like not educated guess, but like it's an educated view of what's happening, and you kind of see it from the same side that it's happening as well.
Yeah, I think so, and it's quite difficult to communicate like all the stuff that we know, like what we take for granted with basic stuff. Like we've been talking a lot about tires and tech bits and pieces recently to try and educate this new audience, and we know so much stuff you forget how complicated it is. So trying to bring that down to a level that a normal person can understand is really quite cool and quite entertaining. So trying to take that to a broader audience, and we've only just scratched the surface. There's a pages of ideas that I have that I get obviously way too excited about, that hopefully we'll bring it to the TV sooner rather than later.
No, sick. Well, we appreciate everything. Cheers, Carso.
Thanks, mate.
So that's feel good.
Should be stoked on the WAM.